And I am very happy to introduce another return guest to the Policy Forum. Thomas Sharp, Jr. is president of ThermaCote, and I'll let you take it away. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. And we'd like to thank EESI for sponsoring this event and hosting us, and very good host. Being able to come and speak into this room and address this facility on this important subject. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to the planet. We're dealing with a lot of things all over the world right now. As the doctor was pointing out, it's very important to build correctly when we're building buildings now. And in ThermaCote, as a president and CEO and also a co-developer with my father of this product more than 3 decades ago, something very important to us is bringing and adding sustainability into structures. We almost would like to make the topic of my discussion today of tough enough for our roads, but safe enough to be in the classroom with our children. And that's kind of really exactly what ThermaCote is. We recognized an ability a long time ago to be able to shed urban heat island effect from our cities and our urban environments. The main way that it's achieved now and rated is mainly by roofs. And if you're doing it on roofs, then you have eliminated or soothed a bit the urban heat island effect on that roof, and perhaps a little bit of a drop for the whole community. But you still have so many other hardscapes in the community that become super heat absorbers, such as walls and streets, pavements, and this we really want to kind of talk about today. We recognize this. We went and began our own testing and evaluations of it more than 10 years ago, and the very first things were not wanting to think that we had to do a road white. We wanted to do colors. It led to the development of cool colors, but while we were waiting for those to come around, we had to do them white. Pulling onto a coated parking lot and waiting for rain during a drought, and just like, when's it going to rain? And so now it's like in Georgia, people are probably saying, man, God, when's it going to stop raining? But at that point in time, to be able to pull a vehicle onto a parking lot at 35 miles an hour and lock the brakes up to see if this paint was going to stop us, or were we going to skid off into the woods? And I got to tell you, even with the ABS, man, I almost went through the windshield. The truck stopped so quick. But we decided at that point to go into the labs and actually spend money in traction test. So ThermaCote, as far as traction goes on roads, has the United States road standard. And they were amazed. They were like, we've never seen a smooth coating. You know, you've added no aggregate to make additional traction on this, and yet we've never seen anything that's not slippery when wet when we're talking about a paint or a coating. But unfortunately, and they're telling me there's like 70 other industrialized countries that don't recognize a U.S. road standard. So all of a sudden, you've got U.S. roads, international airport runways. Australia has the strictest anti-slip standard for a swimming pool deck on the planet, and McDonald's even has their own slippery when wet ramp test. We went and did all of these things to have the traction and everything locked down. After that, and pretty much in recent times, within the last couple of months, we've received a certification from the City of Los Angeles Roads and Streets Department to use ThermaCote on roads and streets in LA, and we hope that will spread across the United States. Other parts of the world are doing it. We participate all over the place. Unfortunately, I'd have to admit, we make more sales of our products that are made here in the United States outside of the United States. Foreign countries seem to pick up on our technology quicker, but I digress. We have a Los Angeles certificate from the City of Department of Streets and Roads to use this product on the roads. This is as well a material that's listed for the Collaborative for High Performing Schools material because it's rating on indoor air quality. And so initially we started off talking about a road paint. Now let's talk about ThermaCote for inside of buildings, and in particular in this case inside for schools. So we've gone through the process. We've become a listed material with the Collaborative for High Performing Schools. Within the last couple of weeks, I'm very glad to say that we've also got another certification on schools, and that is from the City of Los Angeles Unified School District. So there should be some projects coming on that rather soon. ThermaCote in buildings is a way to add sustainability. There is a huge building stock that we have of existing buildings, and we're building new buildings all the time. As stated, we've got to build them better. There's a gigantic stock of existing buildings in the United States which need to be retrofitted, and ThermaCote offers a rather quick and inexpensive way to add sustainability into those structures when you've got them all stripped down and down to the bones of the building, to come back and use the ThermaCote first before you start coming back with these other materials to rebuild the building. It's rated on indoor air quality. It's got a UL classification with a 0 flame spread for all of North America, and this includes Canada. We've got a CE marks from the EU for concrete protection, where we show that we can keep new water from coming into concrete surfaces. So this could also going back to roads. Let's get away from buildings a minute. Go back to roads and talk about bridges, infrastructure. We can keep water from going into these systems, but the product has the ability to breathe the entrapped moisture that's already there back out, producing a dry substrate. That increases sustainability and helps this thing function closer to what the original intent and design was. We use the material in public housing all over the world. We'd certainly invite you to come by and visit our booth. We're in number 13, Lucky 13, down on the show floor. And this is a small picture, but you know, it certainly will get a big one on our website of some of the French public housing that we've been doing in Paris. Those things are very remarkable for the results that they yield. The bottom line is we just want to use better materials, as the doctor was saying, and combine with good fenestration to build good buildings and retrofit our existing stock. And I think we'll just kind of leave it at there with that. Please visit www.thermacote.com and know that we're here for you guys and support. And you know, this is a United States developed technology, the whole world of insulating coatings. I'm glad that my father and I participated in developing products for that, and to be here today. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
And then how do you make those trade-offs? So any other questions? We have a couple minutes for any other questions you might have. And okay, so I want to thank our panel very much, and thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.